It's out of here! Out of here! Tyrone Taylor ties the game with a 3-run homer!
Swinging, Lindor hits it in the air, a mile deep down the right field line. Gone if it's fair. It is gone. Home run.
Malcolm Stevenson on the way, and in time, Alonso slides in safely. Marte Parte. Put it in the books.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the watch-along game 121, Mets and the Braves here in, well, they're playing in Atlanta. We are here. It is the Mets' red-hot season. They're red-hot. They're the hottest team. They're playing the best baseball that they have played all year. They've won 6 of 7, trying to make it 7 of 8. They've already clinched the season series against the Braves. Tonight, they look to win the series here in Atlanta this week here. And listen, the Mets are 6-1 on the current road trip. They've scored 7 runs a game. They've gotten decent pitching. Last night, they got the bullpen to come through. And now tonight, we got ourselves a good game. It's Nolan McLean pitching for the Mets. Let me just bring up his stuff here. Nolan McLean is 4-2 with a 2.40 ERA, 41 and a third innings pitched, 50 strikeouts, 14 walks. Last time against Atlanta, McLean pitched 6 innings, 2 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts in a 10-9 Mets win on July 5th. The pitching for the Braves is going to be a veteran right-hander, 22 starts this season. He's having his best season of his career, Martin Perez, and he's got a recent ERA of 1.42. Over the past month, on August 1st, he carried a no-hitter into the 7th inning against Washington. It was broken up. He did get the win. He is 8-4 on the season. So the Braves trying to rebound after last night's loss, and we're ready to go here. A.J. Ewing stands in. Welcome to the watch-along, everybody, to the stream. Don't forget, share the stream, like the stream, and make sure you follow us here on TikTok or subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube, either one. Make sure you check us out. Let me just bring the thing off here on the other side. There we are. All right, so here we go. First batter is A.J. Ewing. It's a 2-1 count to him. Now, hold on 1 second. One second here, folks. I just got to bring the game up here. I lost the feed. One second. So the Mets coming into this one trying to play. They're trying to get themselves back into a playoff race, but I don't see that happening. And why? Let's just bring it up. Sorry about this. 1 second, guys. I just got to bring the game up. All right, should be coming up right now. So Mets have a runner on. Already, first base, Lindor is aboard at first. Ewing, Lindor, Bichette, Robert Jr., Benj, Simeon, Alvarez, Polanco, and Arias is the Mets lineup for tonight. Defensively, the Braves are going to go with Dubon, Harris, and Yastrzemski left to right in the outfield. Riley, Jarvis, Albies, and Matt Olson around from third to first in the infield, and the catcher is Baldwin. Bichette, a ball and a strike to Bichette. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the first inning, Mets and the Braves. Bichette stands in, and he takes outside a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Don't forget, join the chat, guys. Anything you guys want to talk about. We want to know where you're from, who you're rooting for. You got Mets fans in here. Do we have Braves fans in here? We've had people betting on the Braves the last couple nights as Bichette takes low 3 balls and a strike. So Perez in a little bit of trouble already. Mets have been pouncing on these first innings. They scored 5 runs last night in the first inning. Obviously, the Beatty grand slam helped that along. But they have really been scoring early and often. They've been scoring 7 runs a game. Bichette takes a strike at the knees, 3-2. Already 13 pitches in the inning for Perez. You got to watch that, as last night the pitch count really screwed the 2 starting pitchers. Don't forget to share the live, guys. Share the stream. Here's the pitch. Swinging, he grounds one back up the middle. Backhanded by Albie. Flipped to second. Oh, what a play. Double play. Albie's flipped it to Jarvis, who barehanded it, then on to first, all in one motion as he came across the bag. A 4-6-3 double play, and the inning is over. The Mets get erased. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Nobody left. And a half inning in the books. Mets 0, Mets scoreless, Braves coming up. So, how about that? Was a great play. Listen, it was a backhand right up the middle. Albie's made the play, flipped it, and coming across the bag was Jarvis, and all in one motion. Barehanded it and threw it to first base. Got Bichette by an easy margin there, as he is not the fleetest of foot. Now, 1 second. So the Mets now, it'll be Nolan McLean, he's had a good season, not a bad season. He's pitched well lately. He's had a 1.42 ERA over the past month. I'm sorry, no. Yeah. He's got a 2.4 ERA for the season, 41 innings pitched, 50 strikeouts, 14 walks. He's going to want to get ahead of the hitters here. As always, that's what you want to do in these situations. I don't know why my thing stopped working here. There we go. So a beautiful double play turned by the Braves. Albies to Jarvis to Olsen. 4-6-3 ends the first inning. And now the Mets are up. My bro works at Evan. Shared the live. All right, thanks for sharing, Billy. Thanks for sharing, everybody. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for tuning in. Here's the Braves starting lineup. The leading off. Let me bring it up here. So, 1 out. Nolan McLean gets the first batter. Ground out. Sorry, guys, I had to step away for a second. 23 starts this season. He's got an 8-7 record. He's pitched well. Like I said, he's got pitched into some bad luck. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. 243, 12 home runs, 29 RBIs. Not a great year for Acuna as he looks at a fastball inside 1-0. 97 on the gun, that one. McLean's going to want to throw first pitch strikes to these Braves hitters. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss. Acuna waves at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, a ball and a strike. Mets playing their best baseball of the season, their best offensive baseball of the season by a mile. Scoring 7 runs a game over this stretch as he cues one foul. A ball and 2 strikes to Acuna Jr. Mets defense, Ewing, Robert Jr., and Benj left to right in the outfield. Bichette, Lindor, Simeon, and Arias third to first in the infield. So, and the Mets catcher is going to be Alvarez. Is it Alvarez thing? Let me see. I didn't look. Yeah, it's Francisco Alvarez is the Mets catcher. Robert Jr. came in late yesterday. He was surprised that he wasn't in the lineup yesterday after getting the 4 hits the day before. Swinging a ground ball behind second, handled by Simeon. Played it perfectly, throws over to first for the second out. Mets had that one played perfectly, right up the middle. Would have been a base hit, but it was fielded right behind the bag by Simeon. Easy play, and there's quickly 2 outs. Oh, works at Evan. I didn't, WFAN, okay. Billy Peterman. Billy Pete Martin. Well, welcome to the stream, Billy. And everybody else that has joined us here on the Watch Along live stream, Locked Up Sports. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us here on TikTok. As Olsen swings at the first pitch, pops it up behind second. Lindor calling, waiting, makes the catch. And the first inning comes to an end. 1-2-3 go to Braves. Good first inning for McLean. We head to the second, scoreless. This is Mets Baseball on Locked Up Sports.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
It's Tom McDonough, and you're listening to Locked Up Sports.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
All right, welcome back here, everybody. We head to the top of the second inning. Scoreless first inning. Yesterday it was all over the place in the first inning. We just fixed this scoreboard here for us here. 1 second. Mets and Braves. Mets winners of 6 of 7, trying to make it 7 of 8 as they try and win this series and complete a really good homestand. If the Mets could somehow sweep the Braves here and then they go home. Listen, I don't want to start talking about playoffs. I don't think it's really right to talk about the playoffs with the Mets 11 games out and 6 teams ahead of them, to be honest with you. So let me just bring up the scoreboard here, make sure everything's good. We hit the top of the second inning. No, I don't have the inning there. Scoreless here. Mets and Braves in Atlanta. Elsewhere around the major leagues, a lot of games going on. Last night there was only a couple going on. This week we got listen to me. Today we got a bunch of them going on. Leading off, we'll get you the scoreboard in a second. It is Luis Robert Jr., 5 home runs, 211 is the average, 16 RBIs. Really just a lost season for him. Swing and a miss, a ball and a strike to Roberts. Guardians won, Tigers won. Top of the 4th inning there. Cubs trail the Nationals 3-1 in the top of the 3rd as Robert swings through a 82-mile-an-hour slider. 1-2. Pirates, who are just fading real fast. They better get it together real fast against the Marlins. A big series in that wild card race. Middle of the 4th. Marlins with a 1-0 lead down in South Florida. Yankees and Mariners scoreless in the Bronx. The 1-2 swing and bounced foul by Roberts. Red Sox and Blue Jays. Blue Jays beat the Red Sox last night. Red Sox have lost now 2 in a row, which is not a big deal except when you've won basically for 2 months at a 900 clip. Losing 2 in a row could be a big deal. Here's the 1-2, misses below the knees. 2-2 to Robert. Elsewhere, we got the Orioles and the Twins scoreless. That game just getting underway, and Reds and White Sox just getting underway. They are scoreless as well. A little while, Phillies and Cardinals from St. Louis as Robert pops it up a mile in the air. Third base, foul territory. Waiting for it is Riley, and he squeezes it for the first out. Man, that thing hung up there forever. Robert hit it a mile in the air. And Austin Riley made the catch in foul territory. 1 out for Perez here in this second inning. Texas and Anaheim, the Angels and the Rangers later at 9:30. 9:40, you got the Rockies and D-backs. Rays and the A's at 9:40. There's a ground ball back up the middle. Diving stop by the shortstop. Jarvis to his feet, throws, and he got him. Oh, beautiful play. Jarvis diving to his left. Full layout, makes the play behind second, gets to his feet, and throws a strike to first base. to get the runner by a half a stride. Wow, great play. That's a web gem right there. He was full extension just on the outfield grass. Made a nice stop, bounced to his feet, threw the runner out, and there's 2 outs. Carson Benj hitting into some bad luck right there. So now it'll be Simeon. Let's see if he got, yeah, he got him. He got him by a full stride. That's as good as it gets. I guess they were looking at is Olsen off the base, because he did come off the base. Are the Mets challenging this? They might be. Oh, he might have been off the base. You know what? He might be safe. The Mets are challenging it. I think he might be safe. I think everything was right about the play, except Olsen might have just come off the base right before it hit his glove. So we'll see if it's and the call is overturned, so it's going to be an infield hit is what it's going to be. And the Mets will have a base runner here. Okay, let's see. Here's the pitch now to Simeon, and he swings, he skies one in the air in the infield, second base. Waiting for it is Albies, and he makes the play. Easy out, first pitch. Simeon swinging, pops it up, and there's 2 out. So 2 out, 1 on. Trying to get this for you guys here so we can have it on the scoreboard. Oh, I see one. Pitch now. Here is Alvarez, 257 for Alvarez. I will get the scoreboard fixed with the inning and the outs and stuff and the runners on base in just a second, guys. 1-0. I'm sorry, 1-0 to Alvarez. Strike on the outside corner. Is he going to challenge? I believe he is. I think he hit the top of his helmet to challenge. He was unsure about it, but I'm pretty sure he did hit it. Let me see if I can get this. So it'll be a 1-1 now to Alvarez from Perez. Misses low and away. 2 balls and a strike. There we go. There it is down there. All right, so now it's up there. Two balls and a strike to Alvarez. 2 out, 1 on here in the top of the second inning. Fastball misses low, and it's now 3-1 to Alvarez. Hey guys. My name Bob Walters here at Locked Up Sports. Thanks for joining. What's up, buddy? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? I guess. Hi, Bob. Yep, Bob Walters. I should have that somewhere on the screen, shouldn't I? So let's see if the Mets can get something going as Alvarez draws a walk. So you got first and second now for the Mets because they got a little something to see if they get a 2-out hit. That's one thing they have not done, exceptionally well. They did last night. They got a couple, hits. Lindor hit the home run with 2 outs. But the 2-out RBIs have not really come in in bunches here. It'll be Polanco at the plate, not exactly the guy you want up. He's hitting a $140, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 1 for 3 last night. But you got Simeon on second, Alvarez on first, 2 out here in the second. It'll be an 0-1 to Polanco, and he swings and misses a wild swing and a pitch in the dirt, 0-2. Polanco just doesn't look right up there all year. I mean, he got old fast here. Came to the Mets, came to New York, and just got old. 140 is just a disaster. Here comes the 0-2 from Perez. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 3 pitches. Not even close on any of them. And the inning is over. Mets leave 2. 2 hits, though. They leave 2. They don't score. Middle of the second in Atlanta. Scoreless. This is Locked Up Sports coverage of Mets baseball.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
This is Bob Nightingale from USA Today. You're listening to Locked Up Sports.
All right, so how everybody doing here today? Let's get back to the chat here. Liberty and Fever tied at 5. Thanks, Billy. I actually went to the Liberty game the other night, maybe last week. I forget who they played, but I took my daughter. They filled the Barclays Center. They sold that place out. I'll tell you, they sold it out, but the quality of play is not great. I mean, these guys miss. These girls miss layups. A lot of layups. I thought it was good. It was fun. It was entertaining. They put on a good show. But as far as the basketball itself, I wasn't crazy. I thought it was subpar, to be honest with you. And I know they're not going to be as good as the men, but it just wasn't as good. Over in the chat and on YouTube, prediction: the Mets will end the season 80-82. I'm going for Bo Bichette bobblehead all night. All right. Waffle Iron Walrus right there. Let me put you on the screen here for that prediction. I don't know about that, but hey, you want to make it, that's you. So his prediction is the Mets will end the season 80-82. That's going to take a lot of work. They're going to have to play like they're playing now over the last 7 games for the entirety of the rest of the regular season. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. Just fix the scoreboard. Scoreless here. Last night the Mets had a 5-0 lead right off the bat, and then they just kind of were holding on for dear life until the end. You had good relief pitching from the Mets. You had the closer come in and just he pitched well last night. Here's Michael Harris, the second, leading off here. .292 average, has good power, and he takes ball 1 low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. There we go, bottom of the second. Harris last night with 2 hits to up the average to .292. He fouls 1 off to the left side, a ball and a strike. Yankees and Mariners underway. They're scoreless. There's some rain, I think, in the forecast here in New York. I don't believe there's any in Atlanta. It's supposed to be a real nice night down there. Here's the 2-1. Fastball misses high. 3 balls and a strike. So McLean threatening to put the leadoff runner on here in the second inning. Harris, the cleanup hitter, misses outside. McLean does not even close, and he walks the leadoff hitter, first base runner for the Braves, and not exactly the way you want to start the second inning right there. So now it'll be Albies coming up, 258 on the year for Albies, a good hitter. This Braves lineup is pretty tough, especially in the middle when you get Olsen, Harris, Albies, and then Dubon. And then Yastrzemski hitting 7th. That's one. First pitch to Albies misses outside. 1-0. 19 home runs, 63 RBIs, 743 OPS for Albies. 0 for 2 last night. Couldn't get aboard. He did get aboard with a walk, but he was 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Again outside. McLean losing a bit of control. He's lost the plate here. 2-0 as 6 of the first 7 pitches this inning have been out of the strike zone. Two and 0. McLean to the belt. Runner leads off first. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Looked like Albies was taken all the way right there. Football will be here soon. You're right, but I can't watch football now. I can't do the whole football thing in August and then July and September. Give it to me. Good. Let me know when week 1 happens. Fouled back, and that'll level the count 2-2. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So McLean throwing hard. Now he has him at 2-2. Harris leads off first. McLean checks him out, comes to the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and foul back. Good cut by Albies on that one. McLean's lucky to get this one back. He put it inner half. Albies took a rip at it and just missed it, fouled it back. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Albies will now step out. He'll take time out as Harris gets back to first base. Mets yesterday got good relief pitching, but they're going to want McLean to give him some innings here. Throw over to first. Good pick by Arias over there to keep it in front of him. Last night they got Daniel Duarte, two hitless, scoreless innings. And then, of course, Kodai Senga came in and just he looked as good as he's looked in over a year. So 2-2 to Albies. Harris leads off first. Nobody out here in the home second inning. Pretty good lead for Harris as he's dancing off. There he goes. Here comes the pitch. Throw down the second, and they got him. Oh, good throw by Alvarez. Gets him. Harris got a big jump on that too. Wow. The pitch was outside for a ball. It's a 3-2 count. But, man, Alvarez gunned him down. He got a good pitch to throw on because it was a little high and outside. But Harris got basically a walking lead, a head start on that stolen base. And he was out by good 2 feet as Lindor put the tag down on him. And that erases the base runner. Here's the pitch. And, it's hit in the air. Deep right field going back. Back is Ewing, a bench, and he makes the catch right in front of the track. Albies gave it a ride, but just missed as it was tracked down by Benj on the warning track, and there's 2 outs. That was two pitches in that at bat right there that McLean was lucky to get back. The one that was fouled straight back by Albies, and then that one that he just missed. He just got under it. And now there's 2 out and nobody on. So what looked like a promising inning for the Braves is now 2 out, nobody on. This one lined down the left field line, diving, and making the catch is Ewing. Flashing the leather out in left field, laying out, making the catch, and the inning is over. A.J. Ewing. A line drive, and he laid out, made the catch, inning over. No runs, no hits, a walk, nobody left. We head to the 3rd inning, scoreless in Atlanta, Mets and Braves. This is Mets Baseball on Locked Up Sports.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens. Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
So a great catch by Ewing right there to end the inning. Oh, that ball was hit hard, almost down the line. Ewing got a great jump on it, made a great catch, diving, laying out to make the catch and end the inning. So that the inning that started off with a walk, then was erased on the caught stealing, and a great catch. So Ewing with a web gem right there. A couple good plays defensively here by both teams. The Braves turning that double play was beautiful in the first inning, and then that play by Ewing and listen, back up the middle. Oh, there's a nice pick by Albies, and he turns and he throws out Arias for the first out. A laser beam hit up the middle. Albies caught it on the short hop, backhanded it. Beautiful play. And it was hit so hard that, I mean, listen, Arias was barely out of the box when the ball was caught, when the Albies came up with the ball. So the Mets will turn the order around back to Ewing at the top. 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out in the first inning. 267 home runs, 28 RBIs. Maybe tonight will be one of these pitchers' duels after last night. Perez to Ewing. Here's the pitch. Misses low and away. A ball, 1-0. Still getting everything settled in here, folks. So I'm still trying to get everything together, get it the way I want it here. So if it's a little off tonight, just bear with us. 2-0 now to Ewing. Here's the pitch. Good pitch. Paints the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Perez is pitching in his 15th Major League season. He's had longevity. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, he's pitched, let's see. Yeah, he's pitched in his 15th season, going up against a rookie. I guess, yeah, he's still a rookie. He's McLean, who has had a bit of a rough season, but Perez has just had longevity in the major leagues here. Pitch is hitting the air. Left center field, going over and calling for it is Dubon, and he makes the play for the second out. So 2 up and 2 down here in the third, in the top of the third for the Mets. Perez he's a pitch to contact kind of pitcher. He's not going to strike out a ton of guys. He's going to pitch is what he's going to do. He's going to move the ball in and out, change speeds, kind of keep you guessing, and he does a good job at it. As Lindor stands in, takes a strike at the knees. 0-1. Lindor single in the first inning. He was erased on the double play that ended the first inning. Here's the 0-1, and that one just misses. Might have been a strike. A ball and a strike to Lindor. Lindor with the big home run last night. A long, long home run from the left side of the plate. He's hitting from the right side of the plate here as the lefty Perez deals outside. 2 balls and a strike. Thank you, Billy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you, the compliment. Come back. Check us out. 2 balls and a strike now to Lindor. Top of the third. Scoreless game here in Atlanta. That one misses. 3-1. So Lindor looking to reach base for the second time. But although it would be with 2 outs. Three and 1 to Lindor. Here's the pitch. Chases one and he fouls it back out of play. And that'll fill the count to Francisco Lindor. Lindor's kind of hitting better. He's come alive a bit here in this last couple of weeks. That long home run last night, and he almost hit a second one too. He just missed one foul from the other side of the plate. The lefty kicks and deals. Swing, and it's fouled off at the plate off a foot of Lindor. He's going to walk that one off. The right foot. He's got the shin guard on the left foot. Fouled that one off the right foot. That's par for the course for the Mets season this year, right? Lucky he didn't break it. But I was saying last night, I don't know what the hatred for Lindor is. Mets fans seem to just. I mean, listen, he's one of your best players. He carried this team. How are you watching this? Oh, I'm watching it on TV. I'm in New York. Here's the 3-2. Up and in, ball 4. So Lindor, good at bat, draws a walk, a 2-out walk. And the Mets have a base runner. Although with 2 outs. So it'll be Bichette coming up. Robert Jr., if he can reach. But Bichette, 263 average. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into the double play, a nice double play that ended the first inning. Not in the same situation we're in here. So Bichette stands in, swings, and he lines one up the middle, and it bounces, and it's handled by Albies, and he handles it on a hop, throws over the first, gets Bichette, and the inning is over. Bichette hit 2 balls hard in the same spot up the middle. Probably should have been base hits, but they haven't played perfectly. And that'll do it for the Mets in the third. We head to the middle of the third. Scoreless, Mets and Braves. This is Mets baseball on Locked Up Sports.
This is Bob Nightingale from
Here's Tom McDonough, and you're listening to Locked Up Sports.
So, again, welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm Bob Walters, taking you through Mets and Braves here tonight. Let's get updated on the out-of-town scoreboard. Yankees, Mariners over in the Bronx, scoreless, bottom of the second. Red Sox put up a run. They get a lead in Toronto, 1-0, bottom of the third. Cubs trail the Nationals in the top of the fourth, 3-2. What else we got? Orioles, 2 runs in the top of the first. Middle of the first now, 2-0 Orioles, Twins coming up. And the White Sox get a run in the first inning. They lead 1-0 over the Reds. End of the first inning to head into the second inning. Phillies, Cardinals, scoreless. But the Phillies with 2 on and 1 out in the first inning. Rest of the games are later tonight. Angels and the Rangers, Rays and the A's, Rockies and the D-backs, Brewers, Padres, Astros, Giants, and Royals, Dodgers. So, again, same as last night. A lot of West Coast games. It's like, what is that? It's like 6 West Coast games being played tonight. So Nolan McLean comes out now. Bottom of the third. Mets and... Oh, this thing stopped working again. Mets and the Braves. Sorry for the technical difficulty here with the sound. But bottom of the third. Mets and the Braves coming up. Braves with... Do they have a hit yet? No, they don't. Mets 2 hits, no runs, 2 hits. Braves yet to get looking for their first hit. They should have had a couple of them. Last inning ended on a great diving catch by Ewing. That probably could have went for extra bases. So here's McLean pitching now, and it is outside 2-0 to Mike Yastrzemski, the grandson of the great Red Sox Yastrzemski. Carl Yastrzemski. Pitch outside 3-0. So McLean, 3 straight balls, not even close on any of them. Right out of the gate here. Yastrzemski hits in the 7th spot. He's the left fielder, hitting 229. 695 OPS and a 4-pitch walk. Not a good start. Not a good at bat right there for McLean. Not a good start to this inning. Second straight time he's walked the leadoff hitter. Mets are going to challenge that. That's not going to be... No, it's outside low. It's not even that close. I don't know why Alvarez... I mean, come on, Alvarez. And you can see he's frustrated with himself. They got a shot of him. He's pounding his fist in his glove. That's a wasted challenge. It's a 3-0 pitch. It was... First of all, it was clearly all out of the strike zone. And then on top of it, they lose a challenge. So Yastrzemski aboard with a walk. And now it'll be Austin Riley standing in, and he takes strike 1. Riley, 221 average. He's got a 662 OPS. He's the 8 hitter, so it'll be 7, 8, and 9 for the Braves here. And because of the base runner, they'll probably turn the lineup over. Here's the pitch, swing, and it's popped up, foul. Giving it a look is Alvarez, but it's going to go deep into the crowd. 0-2. So McLean comes right back, and he's 0-2 now after a 4-pitch walk to Yastrzemski. "14 home runs, 57 RBIs. He was 1 for 3 last night, was Austin Riley. Here's the 0-2. Swing and it's fouled back. Riley was late on a fastball there, 96 miles an hour. 30 pitches in for McLean. Not terrible. Kind of right where you want to be in the 3rd inning. No outs. Runner on first is Yaz. It'll be an 0-2 from McLean to Riley. The pitch, swing, and the foul ball. He just got a piece of it. No, he did not. Into the glove of Alvarez, and it's a strikeout, the 3rd strikeout of the day from McLean. And Riley is retired. He tipped it right into the glove of Alvarez, and there's 1 out. So after the leadoff walk, he comes back with a strikeout. Good bounce back right there. And that will be Jarvis, the 9-hitter for the Braves. 229 average. He's flashed some leather, though. He plays a good shortstop, this kid. Here's the pitch. Misses in just off the plate. 1-0 to Jarvis. McLean throwing that sweeper 15% of the time. He also throws the curveball 15% of the time. Curveball is more effective, though. Teams are hitting 375 off the sweeper, only 108 off the curveball. Swing and a miss at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. A ball and a strike. Jim Jarvis, 1 home run, 11 RBIs, but like I said, he's in there more for his defense, which he plays fantastic shortstop. Made a couple nice plays last night. Was part of a good double play early here in this one. Jarvis hits one the other way over his Ewing, and he makes the catch. 1 out. I'm sorry, 2 outs. So after the leadoff walk to Yaz, a strikeout and a fly out to left. And McLean is kind of working around here. A leadoff walk, the same thing he had to do last inning. Marlins 2-0 on the Pirates. Pirates are just falling out of this thing. They're 5.5 back. They got to get things going, turned around real quick before they know what they're going to be hanging out with the Mets. Mets will be 8 back soon or something, if they keep winning. Mets come into today 18.5 games behind the Atlanta Braves. Last place in the NL East. Here's the 1-0 to Baldwin, and he swings. He hits one in the air, center field, easy play. Roberts drifts to his right. He's under it. Squeezes the 3rd out, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 left, a walk, no hits. End of 3 here in Atlanta, scoreless. This is the Mets baseball on Locked Up Sports. So, no score here, guys. What do you think about the game so far? How are you watching this? Oh, okay. You can't find a way. I mean, why would you need a website for the game? You don't have. Where are you? Are you in New York? If you're not in New York, then you could get it on the MLB, right? MLB. What's it called? The ticket. The Sunday ticket, but for MLB. Because that's what I did when I lived in Florida. I just got the ticket. I just got the season pass or whatever, and was able to watch it. The only games that get blacked out are the ones that are played down there when they play the Marlins. But Tigers 4-1 up on the Guardians early. Yankees and Mariners scoreless top of the 3rd. Weathers on the mound for the Yankees. George Lombard made another great play as he had a barehanded catch. I haven't seen it yet, but it seems to be pretty big on social media, and it's the highlight right here on the MLB.com and the MLB app. Blue Jays Red Sox 1-1, end of 3. Red Sox in a slump, two straight losses. Something they don't do very often. Once again, thanks for joining the stream, guys. Don't forget, share the stream. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok. Subscribe if you are on YouTube. And make sure you tell your friends and share the stream wherever you're at, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on TikTok. I think those are the only two that we're on right now. But let's see. Yeah, TikTok and YouTube. So Mets and Braves scoreless. We heading to the 4th inning. Let's see who the Mets have coming up. Mets will have Carson Benj leading. No, I'm sorry. It's not Carson Benj. It's Robert Jr. leading off. That's right, because Bichette made the final out. Robert Jr. 0 for 1, fouled out his first at bat. He's really the holdover, the one that they couldn't get rid of at the trade deadline. They wanted to get rid of him. They made no, they didn't say anything else. They said they were going to get rid of him, and they couldn't get rid of him, and now he's on the team still. We'll see what he does. We'll see if he's on the team next year. He swings and he hits this one behind second. It's too high, though. Coming in is the center fielder, and he makes the play, 1 out. That one just hung up there too high. Harris came running in, and he made the play, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. So now it'll be Carson Benj, 4, 5, and 6 in the order coming up here for the Mets in this inning. Here's the pitch, and it's just below the knees for a ball, 1-0 to Carson Benj. Benj 1 for 1, singled. Mets have 2 hits. Braves yet to have a hit. Here's the pitch inside, under the arms of Benj, and it's 2-0. Perez does not throw the ball that hard. He caps out about 93, 94, low 90s. He's a pitch-to-contact hitter, so he is going to give up hits. He's going to have base runners, over the course of the day. Here's a ground ball, and it's a diving stop again by Albies. He can't get out of his glove, and he throws it away. And aboard is Benj. Oh man, Albies made a great diving stop. Couldn't get the ball out of his glove. It looked like he was stuck in the web. And then when he finally got it out, he rushed the throw and he threw it away. It's going to be another hit, though. That's going to be a hit for Benj. He's going to be 2 for 2. Albies made a great play to his right, laying out, makes the play, and yeah, the ball gets stuck in the webbing. He can't get it out of the glove. When he finally does, he has to hurry to throw. I don't think it would have got him anyway. I think Benj would have beat it out. Yeah, he definitely would have. But some sparkling defense by the Braves infield here. Here's Simeon now. Runner on first, 1 out, and Simeon takes strike 1 at the knees. 0-1. Albies made at least 3 really good stops at second so far in the first, 3 innings. The ball almost went through his glove. They're showing a still image of it, and he's got it almost went through his glove. He had to rip it out of the webbing. The ball on a strike now to Simeon. Fastball misses low. 2-1. Albies trying to fix the lacing on his gloves. Right now, he's going to have to get that thing relaced in between innings, or at least fixed. It's because he's got a big hole in the webbing of his glove right now. Here's a curveball, and it's hit foul, just foul, outside of third. Riley fielded it, but he just fielded it outside the bag. Albies still working on that glove out there at second base, tying up the webbing. I think he might have finally have it fixed, but he's going to have to get it relaced when he goes back in after this inning. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Perez to Simeon, runner on first. Misses away, and that'll fill the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll see. I would imagine they'll have Benj running here. Simeon 0 for 1. He's popped out. But you're going to want to try and stay out of the double play. So let's see if he's running. It's the 3-2. He's running, swinging a ground ball. Foul just outside third again, and again fielded by Riley. That was an identical play to the one just 2 pitches ago. Benj back to first. Three and 2. 1 out, 1 on in a scoreless game in the top of the 4th inning. Yeah. We do NFL. We do all kinds of stuff here. We're going to do a lot of NFL this year. Perez looking, kick, steals, and it's hit in the air. Right, left field, coming on. Coming on is Dubon, and he makes the play. He took the first step back. He had to scramble to get back and come on, but it hung up for him, and he made the play on the run coming in. and there's 2 out. It looked, trust me, it looked to him like it was hit further, and it was a big swing by Simeon, and he took the first step back, which is not a bad play. That's what he's supposed to do. And then he had time to recover as the ball hung up. And it's a fly out to left for the second out. So 2 outs, 1 on for the Mets. And here is Francisco Alvarez. 57 pitches for Perez, and Alvarez cues the first one foul, an 88-mile-an-hour slider. Alvarez walked in the second inning. 275 on the year for Alvarez. Another inconsistent year. Alvarez is, I think this is just what Alvarez is. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and an ugly-looking swing. He was way out in front of that. That was as ugly as it gets, that swing. All right, Billy, you can come on. We're always welcoming people on. 0-2 to Alvarez. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Terrible at bat for Alvarez. 3 pitches. He goes down. Inning over. No runs. A hit. 1 left. Middle of the 4th. In Atlanta. Scoreless. Mets and Braves. This is Mets Baseball on Locked Up Sports.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
Hi, everyone. This is ESPN alum Bob Picozzi, and you are locked in to Locked Up Sports.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
It's Tom McDonough, and you're listening to Locked Up Sports.
All right, bottom of the 4th inning here. No hits allowed yet for Nolan McLean. He's pitched well. McLean so far, the line on him has been, let's see, 3 innings, 2 walks, a strikeout, and nothing else. So he hasn't been dominating. He hasn't been dominating like he is sometimes. As this one is hitting the air to center field. Roberts barely has to move. He settles under it, makes the play, 1 out. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 4th inning. Roberts barely had to move on that one. Nope. And that'll bring up, let's see, who was up just now? So here's Olsen now, the first baseman, 0 for 1 on the day. Had a couple hits yesterday. He's hit 12 home runs in his last 12. I'm sorry, 7 home runs in his last 12 games. Really been on a power surge lately. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses away, a ball and a strike from McLean. But Olsen's hit really well, a lot of power lately. They went from Freddie Freeman to Matt Olsen. I mean, listen, Freddie Freeman's better, but here's a pitch inside, 2 balls and a strike, 91-mile-an-hour sweeper. The sweeper has just not been there from McLean. He doesn't look like he has his good stuff tonight, but listen, he's battling through. And there's a slider that breaks around the plate, 3-1. He's walked a guy in every inning, has McLean. I'm sorry, he did not walk one in the 1 inning. He's walked 2 batters so far. They were both the leadoff hitters. Here's the 3-1, swinging a ground ball the first, 2-hopper. Arias has it, flips underhand to McLean, who's covering. Spring training play, and there's 2 outs. So quickly 2 outs here in the 4th. And here's Michael Harris. And he walks his .292 average to the plate. A walk in his first at bat in the 2nd inning. Erased on a double play. Mets looking to win their 7th in their last 8 games after the sell-off at the deadline. The bullpen is the real trouble, the real issue, though. So if they get, that's where it's going to get interesting. Here's the pitch, fastball high to Harris, 1-0. Last night it was good. We'll see how it goes tonight. We'll see if they could get McLean through 6. I think that would be the minimum they want to get him at. Here's the 1-0, and it's bounced foul at the plate. A ball and a strike. Michael Harris is covered in dirt from that caught stealing last inning. The whole front of his jersey is just caked in dirt. It doesn't even look like he wiped it off. Here's the 1-1 swing, and a bad swing, flat-footed swing right there. That time he was fooled on that pitch, fouls it back. 1-2. Red Sox with a 2-1 lead. They get 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th up in Toronto. Harris waits. It'll be a 1-2 for McLean. Fastball rides high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees and Mariners still scoreless in the Bronx. White Sox 2, Reds nothing. Top of the 3rd in Chicago. Orioles with a 4-0 lead on the Twins early in the 2nd inning. 2-2 here. McLean to the belt. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Got him. He looks at strike 3. Right down the middle. Harris, I don't know what he's looking at, and that retires the side. Nothing across for the Braves. 4 in the books. We head to the 5th. Scoreless. This is Mets baseball on Locked Up Sports.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
This is Bob Nightingale from USA Today. You're listening to Locked Up Sports.
Top of the 5th for the Mets here. Scoreless game. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Mets. No runs, no hits, no errors for Atlanta. As the game's moving along pretty quick. What time is it? 8:50? Yeah, a little less than an hour. And we're already in the top of the 5th inning. And the Mets this time will have Polanco, Arias, and Ewing due up for the Mets here in this inning. Let's see if they can get something going. The offense has sputtered tonight, but it's also been, there's been some solid defense by the Braves, but by the Mets as well. A couple diving catches, a lot going on. Albies has had a couple fantastic plays. Had one that almost went through his glove. Don't forget to join us tomorrow as we'll be putting out a new episode, Locked Up Sports. Locked Up Sports, the best New York sports talk on the internet. Here's Polanco standing in, and he takes low, ball 1. 1-0. To Polanco. 0 for 1, he struck out. Average dropped to .139. And he swings through a pitch, 1-1. He just doesn't look comfortable. He looks lost at the plate. That was a changeup right down the middle, and he was way out in front of it. Struck out on 3 pitches in his first at bat. He just doesn't look comfortable. I guess when you hit in 139 in August, you're not going to be comfortable. He hits this one in the air, right field. Coming in is Yastrzemski. He's under it, and he squeezes the first out of the 5th inning. So now it'll be probably 138 for Polanco. And that'll bring up Arias, Gabriel Arias, the first baseman for the Mets. Wearing number 25. Was that Joe McEwing, maybe. We're 25. Here's the pitch, and he hits one in the air center field right at Harris, though, who makes the play for the second out. So quickly, 2 outs here in the 5th inning for the Mets as this game continues to just fly along. 64 pitches for Perez. As he is in his 15th Major League season. You know, 15 years. It's a long time. Noah McLean is only 25. So when Perez broke into the big leagues, McLean was in 2nd grade or 3rd grade, 10 years old. Here's Ewing 0 for 2 with 2 out, nobody on, and he takes a fastball low and away, ball 1. He's effective, though, Perez. He knows how to pitch. In and out, up and down. He changes speeds. He's had the Mets really on their heels tonight. Swing, and it's fouled back quickly, and it's 1-1 to Ewing. Ewing with a sparkling play out in left field, diving, laying out to end an inning in the 3rd inning with a great catch. 0 for 2, though, with the plate. And he swings and he grounds down. Oh, with a nice play blocked by Arias. To his feet by a Albies. At second, to his feet, throws out Ewing. And the inning is over. And I got to get these names down. That was a hard hit ball, again knocked down by Albies. He didn't catch it in the glove, so he could get it out of the glove. I'm guessing he got it reworked last inning when the ball almost went through it. So middle of the 5th, we're halfway home, scoreless. Braves still without a hit. We'll be back right after this. This is Mets Baseball on Locked Up Sports.
It's Tom McDonough, and you're listening to Locked Up Sports.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens. Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Now.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
All right, bottom of the 5th inning. Noah McLean yet to give up a hit here in this one. He's pitched well. He's kind of battled through. He hasn't had his best stuff. Definitely hasn't had his best stuff. And he's been able to battle through. It'll be Ozzie Albies, Dubon, and Yastrzemski. The 3 due up for the Braves here in the 5th inning. Scoreless game, pitcher's duel here between the rusty old veteran, 15 years Perez, and the rookie Nolan McLean. Mets got no runs, 3 hits, no runs, no hits for the Braves. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he lines one foul outside of first. We'll do it again at 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, it's hit in the air. Deep right field, forget it. This one is long gone. Out of here. Home run by Ozzie Albies, and it's his 20th of the season, and the Braves, with their first hit, get their first run, and they lead 1-0. 386 feet. A no doubt about it shot. And the Braves strike first with their first hit in the 5th inning, and it's a long home run by Ozzie Albies. 1-0 Atlanta. They take their first lead of the series. So now let's see how McLean bounces back. Dubon at the plate, and he pops the first pitch up behind third. Foul territory out of play. 0-1. So McLean on an 0-2 pitch, the ball just kind of leaked back out over the plate. And Albies made sure he didn't get it back. 1-0 Atlanta. Here's the 0-1 to Dubon, swing and a miss. Good pitch on the outside corner, 0-2. What's up, Mello? Listen, I can't show the game because they cut me off immediately. Here's the 0-2, fouled back. We'll do it again at 0-2. So the Braves strike first. A long home run over the right field wall by Ozzie Albies, who's had himself a pretty entertaining game here. There's a 86-mile-an-hour cutter, it looked like, that only traveled 58 feet. A ball and 2 strikes. Dubon 0 for 1 with a walk, and he fouls it back. We'll hold it a ball and 2 strikes. We'll just fix the screw here. Braves with a 1-0 lead. Here's the pitch way inside, almost hit him. It didn't, but it almost did. The 1-2 swung on. This one hit in the air. Deep left field, but it's going to hold it. Under it is Ewing. In front of the track, makes the catch. 1 out. Just missed it. Just got it off the end of the bat. Right there. One second, we'll just get the score fixed. This one grounded foul outside of first. 0-1 to Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski walked his last at bat. One nothing Braves on the home run by Ozzie Albies to lead off here in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch inside corner for a strike. 0-2. Standing in from the left side, Yastrzemski waits. Here's the pitch, and he fouls it off. Curveball that time from McLean, 82 miles an hour. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second. Simeon up with an easy play over the first. And there's 2 out. So after the home run, McLean retires the next 2 hitters. Right back into his routine. He just made a mistake there. That was a mistake. The ball leaked out over the plate. And Albies made him pay for it. So Austin Riley now coming to the plate. 3rd baseman for the Braves. Riley 0 for 1. The 63rd pitch by McLean is outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Yeah, but they pick up on the video. They're a lot more sacred with the video than they are with the audio. And I'm not I'm doing the game myself. I guess I shouldn't have given my own description of it. So this one hit down the right field line, foul. It reaches the first row. Riley gets another life. 64 pitches for McLean so far. Not really in danger of, going over a pitch count or anything. Fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes now to Riley. Austin Riley, 3rd baseman for Atlanta, 0 for 1 on the day. Braves got 1 hit, and they gave him the lead. Mets yet to really even threaten to score a run. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses high. 2-2. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2 out. Nobody on. Here's the pitch. Swinging. It's skied in the air to center field. Coming in is Roberts. Going out is Simeon. Coming in, and Simeon calls him off, and he makes the play. Oh, Roberts came sliding under, almost a collision right there. I don't know what Simeon's doing. That's Roberts' ball coming in on it. Simeon did call for it late, but either way, inning over. And almost a collision right there. Braves got strike first, though. They get a run on a hit. Their first hit, home run by Ozzy Albies, 1-0 Braves. End of 5. We head to the 6th in this game that's cruising along. Mets baseball on Locked Up Sports. But yeah, Billy, they are. Thank you. They are. They don't shut us down doing this, and I know technically it probably is copyright because it's description, and they say it in their whole spiel when they give it at every game. But with the video, within 5 minutes they shut you down. It's just what it is because that's where the money comes from. You know, they don't care if a couple people here, what is it, 500 people here have listened to me rather than Howie and them. They don't care about that. But when you start putting the video on and people start canceling cable and stuff like that, then it gets out of hand. Mets are right in this one, guys. Let's go check out around the league here. 5-1 Orioles with the lead on the Twins. Twins finally get a run. 2-0 White Sox still over the Reds. Red Sox with a 3-1 lead as they're putting up a picket fence on the scoreboard there. Runs in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning. Yankees and Mariners scoreless in the bottom of the 4th in the Bronx. Phillies and Cardinals, top of the 3rd, no score. Everything else is later tonight. Right here, it's 1-0 Braves. Braves 1 run, 1 hit. Mets no runs on 3 hits. Mets have not really threatened at all even in this one. I don't think they've even gotten a run in a second, if I can kind of figure out correctly. So here we go, top of the 6th inning. Lindor leads it off, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Perez still dealing 68 pitches, and Lindor swings. He grounds one to short, backhanded by Jarvis. Long throw gets Lindor 1 away. Solid infield defense played in this game by both teams. Thank you, man. Thank you. So here's Bo Bichette. Grounded into a double play in the 1st. Grounded out in the 3rd to second base. And he stands in with 1 out, nobody on. And he takes outside ball 1. 1-0. See if the Mets could get some support here for McLean. The 1-0 misses low, 80 miles an hour on that one. He's just throwing. He's throwing the ball light up there, mid-80s, low 80s. He's pitching though. Ball 2-0 to Bichette. Here's the pitch. Whoa, way upstairs, 3-0. Maybe the first crink in the armor here from Perez as he's behind 3-0. Let's see if the Mets let Bichette loose here on 3-0. I probably would have him swinging. Here's the pitch. Taking, and it's a strike on the inside corner. 3-1. He could have been swinging there. That might just not have been the pitch. It wasn't a great pitch to hit. I would have let him loose there. Here's the 3-1. Outside ball 4, a 1-out walk, and the Mets have the tying run aboard here in the 6th inning. So Bichette is aboard, 1 out, and that'll bring up Luis Robert Jr., who nearly had a collision on the last play of the last half inning. He's 0 for 2 flyouts. He almost ran right into Simeon. It was his ball. It was Robert's ball. It's the center fielder's ball coming in there. Here's the pitch, and he breaks his bat, cues one foul. Splintered the bat right off at the top. It's like a weapon out there. It's like a shank. it's like a jail shank. Trust me, I know all about those. Not because I was in jail, but because I'm a correction officer. So Robert back to get a new piece of lumber, puts some pine tar on it, gets the grip going, and walks back to the plate. Bichette on first, 75 pitches in is Perez. Let's see if the Mets could get something going here. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive, a base hit in the right center field. Around second, heading to third is Bichette. He will make it easily, and the Mets have something going here in the sixth. Runners on the corners, one out. A hit by Robert Jr. as he poked it right over second base and into right center field. And now the Mets are in business, first and third, one out. Finally a break right there for the Mets. They didn't hit it on the ground. You got to hit it over this infield, otherwise it's not going to get through. Bichette easily read it perfectly, got on his horse, got the third, and now the Mets need a fly ball to tie the game. Bichette aboard at third. He walked. A single by Robert Jr. He's on at first. And that'll be it for Perez, I believe, right? They're going to take him out? No, they do have some action in the bullpen, though. Fuentes up and throwing. Benj coming to the plate. 2 for 2, a 2-hit game. He could have a big game here if he could get this thing in the air at least. Carson Benj, his uniform's dirty too. Dirt all over the front of it. Here's the pitch. Swinging, he fouls it back. 0-1. This is the first opportunity the Mets have had in this game. First runner in scoring position. Braves infield looking for a double play. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, nice block. Good play by Baldwin to keep it in front of him and keep that runner at third. A ball and a strike. That was a tough block. He got down and picture perfect. Right off the chest guard, off the hop. Kept it in front of him. Bichette leads off third. Robert off first. The pitch. Swinging, lined foul. Outside of first. One and two to Carson Benj. One out. 1-0 Braves in the sixth. Here's the pitch. Swinging, he reaches for it and just gets a piece of it to stay alive. A ball and 2 strikes. Good pitch right there by Perez. Almost got Benj chasing it. Let's see if the Mets could get this thing across. 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. Outside, levels the count, 2 and 2. So he went back out there after Benj chased on that last one, just getting a piece of it. He went back to the well outside. Didn't get him to chase this time, and that levels the count, 2 and 2. 80 pitches now for Perez. Here's the pitch. Swinging, he grounds with a second, could be 2. Second to 1. On the first, double play. 4-6-3. Carson Benj hits into the inning-ending double play, and the Mets don't score. A hit, a walk, 1 left. Middle of the sixth, 1-0 Braves. This is Mets baseball on Locked Up Sports.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
Hi, everyone. This is ESPN alum Bob Picosi, and you are locked in to Locked Up Sports.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell vape to quit lying.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
So as Billy said in the chat, very true. Very disappointing inning. First and third, one out, and then a double play. Taylor, man, you couldn't have rolled it out there any better. 4-6-3 double play. And now McLean starts in the 6th inning, still trailing 1-0, only giving up the one hit. Jim Jarvis fouls the first pitch back. 0-1. He's 0-for-1 is Jarvis with a line out. Here's the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Good fastball. 94 miles an hour. 0-2. Very disappointing, though. The Mets kind of needed to come through there. Here's the 0-2. Misses upstairs. A ball and 2 strikes. Still 9 outs to go, though. McLean has done his job. Get this thing into the 6th inning. If you can get him through this inning, it's going to be good for the bullpen. Just misses inside. 2-2. He's only at 71 pitches. I mean, he could go. There's no need to even think about taking him out here. Here's the pitch, and it's bounced slowly. To Hopper to second. Simeon's got it. Throws to first. 1 out. You don't even need to really think about McLean and getting him out of this game and how this pitch game. He's got 72 pitches as he works, through 5 1/3 innings. You'd think the Braves would take more pitches, try and get the Mets bullpen, Here is Baldwin now, the catcher for the Braves. He's 0-for-2. He takes ball 1 outside. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. A ball and a strike. Braves 1 run on 1 hit. Mets no runs on 4 hits. 2 double plays have killed innings for the Mets in this game. Here's the 1-1. Misses outside. 2-1. Perez for the Braves has pitched himself a very good game. Kept him in the infield most of the time. Here's the 2-1. Fouled back. 2-2. He's kept the ball on the ground. He's gotten the double play balls that he's needed. He's pitched well. He's pitched, he's pitched, like you said. He's not up there throwing 96 like McLean is. He's up there throwing mid-80s, and he's getting these major league hitters out. McLean's doing it. He's just doing it a different way. Here's the 2-2. Swing, and it's fouled back in on the hands of Baldwin that time. He fought that one off. After Baldwin, it'll be Acuna Jr. and then Olsen. And a curveball falls in, strike 3. Got him looking. And that's the 2nd out. McLean with a good curveball that time. Just dropped it right in. Fooled the hitter. He had no chance on that one. That is only the third strikeout for McLean. So here's Acuna now, 0-for-2. Stands in and takes high, ball 1. 1-0. Ground out in the fly out. Ground out in the first, fly out to center in the 4th. 241, 12 home runs. Here's the pitch. Inside. Quickly 2-0 to Acuna. Braves with a 1-0 lead on a home run by Ozzie Albies. McLean looks like he fell off the mound that time, threw it to the backstop. And it's 3-0. See if they come out and check on him. He looked like he hit the landing spot on the mound and just tripped over himself. It looked awkward. The ball went about 8 feet to the right of Alvarez into the backstop. So 3-0 to Acuna. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom 6. Fouls it off as he's swinging 3-0 with a pitch out of the strike zone. Surprised about that. I guess they figure he's going to throw a strike, but that one would have been ball 4, and he swung at it. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Now he's got the count He's got 3 strikeouts. 3 strikeouts, McLean. What'd you get? What was the over-under on the strikeouts? Here's the payoff pitch to Acuna, and he pops it up. Foul territory behind first. Giving a look is Arias, and it's going to go about 10 rows deep. Foul ball. We'll do it again at 3-2. So Acuna waits. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. Lindor in the hole. Backhands it. Throws. Bounces it. And he got him as Arias holds the bag, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go to Braves. Another strong outing by McLean. He gets through 6. Still got gas in the tank, I'm sure. Score 1-0 Braves. We head to the 7th. Mets baseball, Locked Up Sports.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got every single day. That's why the V Foundation is 100% committed to supporting groundbreaking cancer research. 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments. 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer. Learn more at v.org.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
All right, so we head to the top of the 7th inning. Mets trailing 1-0 to the Braves. Ozzie Albies, a home run in the 5th inning. The only run of the game, the only hit of the game for the Braves. As they have really, McLean has pitched well. Mets will play tomorrow at 7 o'clock, finish off this series, then head home for 6 games. Washington and San Diego coming in. And here's the first pitch, and it's popped up in the infield. Second baseman makes the play. Albies has it, squeezes it, 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Didier Fuentes, the new pitcher for the Braves, 50 2/3 innings, 2.49 ERA. It's his 42nd appearance. He has a 1.09 whip, and opponent's OPS is 575 against him. So tough sledding here for the Mets. Is now they got someone in there that's going to throw hard. Swing and a miss by Alvarez, and it's 0-1. Alvarez 0 for 1 with a walk, 256 on the year, 13 home runs. Mets could use one of those home runs now. There's 1 out here in the 7th. Fuentes kicks and deals, and Alvarez waves at a pitch way out of the strike zone. Not a good swing. Not even close that time. Alvarez does not look good at the plate here tonight. 0-2, 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-2. Syracuse Mets are better. The Syracuse Mets are not better. The Mets are not very good, but the Syracuse Mets are not better. Jeffrey Yan. So we got some entertainment coming. Stay tuned, folks. Jeffrey Yan, the celebration relief pitcher. Check swing for Alvarez. Misses outside, 2-2. Warming up in the Mets bullpen. I would have McLean go out there and throw the 7th inning. He's got like 75 pitches. We'll see what they decide to do. Swing and a miss. Got him. Alvarez down on strikes. Not a good look at bat for the Mets catcher there. He's 0 for 3, and there's 2 outs quickly here in the 7th. So Alvarez swings through way out in front of a change up there from Fuentes. And there's 2 out, nobody on. And here's Polanco dragging his 138 average to the plate. And he swings, and he lines one hard to right field, but right at Yastrzemski. Barely has to move, makes the catch, inning over. 7th inning stretch in Atlanta. Braves 1, Mets nothing. Mets got to get it going. We'll see if they bring Jan in or if they give McLean. I'd give McLean another inning. He's got, how many pitches does he have? He's got 78 pitches, I think. 6 innings, one hit, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. I mean, come on. And you're going to pull him after the 6th inning? Now, Jan has been good, and listen, I'm all for seeing him out there because it's entertaining. You know, if he strikes people out, he jumps up, there might be a fight. There could be a fight anytime he pitches because one day these teams are going to get pissed off that he's doing this, and they're gonna fight the Mets. Out of town scoreboard for you here. 2-0 Marlins over the Pirates, bottom of the 8th inning. Pirates are threatening to lose again. Guardians trail the Tigers at the end of 7 there, 6-2. Cubs have come back and they've taken a lead, and they've come back with 7 runs. They lead 7-4, middle of the 6th inning in Washington. Red Sox have blown their lead 3-3. Blue Jays get 2 in the 5th to tie it, 3-3 there as they head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Yankees and Mariners scoreless heading to the 6th inning. Seattle with 1 hit there. Yankees with 3 hits, so pitchers duel over there too in the Bronx. 5-2, Orioles over the Twins, top of the 4th. White Sox lead the Reds 4-1. That game in the 5th inning. And the Phillies and Cardinals scoreless, middle of the 4th in St. Louis. Everything else later tonight. All the West Coast games. Here it's 1-0 Braves. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I think you got to bring McLean out. Billy, I agree with you. He hasn't had his best stuff. He hasn't been dominant, but he's been listen, 1 hit against this Braves offense and 1 run. You might as well keep your bullpen, which is the weak link of this team right now. But then instead, they're going to go with Jan. It's his 3rd appearance. He's, of course, the sensation, viral sensation that every time he gets a strikeout, he jumps in the air and he lands and he does a fist pump, and we'll see. 98 miles an hour on the first pitch, ball 1 to Matt Olson. Olson 0 for 2. Here's the pitch again, 96 this time, low and away. 2-0. I thought the Mets would have Jan be the closer while Devin Williams is on the shelf, but they went with Senga last night, and you know you're gonna have to go with him again after the way he pitched last night. Here's the 2-0, outside 3-0. See, this is why you don't take McLean out. Right off the bat, 3-0. He's gonna walk the leadoff guy. You had one of your best pitchers on the mound, pitching well, 78, 80 pitches, and they pulled him. That's the problem with the game today, right there. He should not. McLean could have given you another inning. 4-pitch walk as 3-0 pitch misses low and inside, and the Braves have a leadoff walk. Jan comes in, 4 pitches out of the zone, and Olson is aboard at first in the bottom of the 7th. Mets can't give up any more runs here. I don't know what the plan is for the 8th inning. Maybe it's Jan 2 innings, and then hopefully they get to Senga. Mets, hopefully they get something going. So here's Harris. Over when he squares the bunt, he pulls back. He takes a strike. The cleanup hitter bunting. So we got they're pulling the pitchers with 70-something pitches. The cleanup hitters are bunting. What are we watching here, folks? Olson leads off first. Jan comes to the belt. Here's the pitch. Outside low. 97 on that one. He throws hard. 1-1. Matt Olson, not much speed over at first base, so don't look for him to swipe a base here. It'll be a 1-1. The pitch, swing and a miss. He pulled the string on him, 85 miles an hour. Probably looked like 65 miles an hour after the 2 they saw at 96. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. That was a good pitch. So we're one pitch away here from the celebration. Let's see if we get it. To the belt comes Jan. Here's the pitch. 58-footer, bounces, gets away from Alvarez. He doesn't see it. Going to second, rounding second. Big turn, and he's going to stop there as Olsen. A wild pitch. Alvarez had no idea where the ball was. It went off his shin guard and caromed near the Mets dugout. But he had no idea where that was. Oh, maybe it didn't. Maybe it hit the umpire's shin guard and went off to the right. Alvarez had no idea. Olsen was thinking about going to third, but the Mets recovered. It's a wild pitch, though. Olsen gets the second. Now a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. 2-2. The count. Here's the pitch. Oh, another one. Another one in the dirt. Good block by Alvarez. Jan having trouble finding the strike zone here, and he's throwing a couple of them in the... I mean, he threw that one right into the ground. That was a fastball, too. Back in '86, he would have stayed. Do the Mets come back, Salvo? I don't know. We'll see. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a bouncer to first, slowly handled by Arias. He tags the bag himself. Over to third goes Olsen. So a sacrifice, 3 unassisted. Basically as good as a bunt. The same thing, right? It was a slow bouncer to first. So now there's 1 out, runner on third. And if they ever needed a strikeout, here is the spot. As Ozzie Albies, who hit a long home run in his last at bat, comes to the plate. This time he hit the home run from the left side of the plate. This time he's in the right side. Open stance, stands in, takes outside, 96 on the fastball, 1-0. Albies just caught a pitch that leaked out over the plate from McLean, and he put it over the right field wall. It's the only run of the game. It's the only hit of the game for the Braves. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. Pulled the string. A 58-footer, and he was way out in front of it. A ball and a strike. I'll tell you what, that changeup that he has after throwing 96, 97, it comes down to like 85 miles an hour. That's near impossible to hit. Here's the pitch, misses away, 2 balls and a strike. That one at 86, he tried to go back to it to the second straight. Yeah, they pulled McLean. The totals on McLean, we'll give it to you in a second. Here's the pitch, in the dirt, 3-1 to Albies. Nolan McLean tonight, 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Through just about 80 pitches. I think he could have got another inning, maybe even 2 out of him. Outside, ball 4, second walk of the inning, and the Braves have runners on the corners now with 1 out. That was kind of a pitch around. It's not a terrible thing to walk him there. It sets up a double play, but it also brings, and now they're going to have a meeting on the mound here with the whole infield, I guess, to talk about what they do if he steals. Dubon coming up for the Braves. He's 0 for 2. There's 1 out. You have the double play in order here and a strikeout. That's what you're looking for. Either a double play, an infield pop-up, or a strikeout. Anything into the outfield. Now, remember, the Mets have good arms in the outfield. Ewing, Robert is probably the least strong. He's probably the least best arm, with the 2 kids flanking him in the left field and right field. Robert can throw, though. We'll see. Here we go. Infield, middle infield halfway. Bichette way back behind the bag at third. We'll try and keep it in the infield, I guess, here. Looking for 2 on the infield, though. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1, 1-0. You bring this guy in, we want to see the celebration. He hasn't even gotten the strikeout yet. Dubois 0 for 2. Yastrzemski on deck. Austin Riley to follow him in the hole. Runners on the corners, 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Swinging, it's hit in the air. Center field, Roberts is there. He's going to tagging at third. He makes the catch. Here comes the throw. Here comes Olsen. And it's cut off. Olsen scores 2-0 Braves. And he got it to center field. That was not a good throw by Robert Jr. That was a weak throw. It was not hit too deep. I don't know if they would have got Olsen. He's not the fastest guy. But that was not a good throw as it barely reached the pitcher's mound. Robert, like we said, they hit it to the right spot. It barely reached second base, that throw. Not a good throw by Roberts. It cost them a run. 2 walks cost the Mets a run. Look what happens. Listen, they pull McLean, and look what happens. They didn't even get a hit, and they got another run. So the Braves, a walk, 2 walks, a wild pitch, and a sac fly, and they manufacture a run and lead 2-0 now. Here is Yastrzemski. Is it Yastrzemski? No. Yes. Here's Yastrzemski now. Austin Riley on deck. Mets have the bullpen up and going now. I didn't see who was in there. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. 2 ball and a strike. So the Braves get a run without even getting the hit here in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Check swing. He called it a ball. He did not swing, and the Mets are going to challenge. Alvarez, I think they're going to get a strike on this one. No, it just missed. Ooh, that looked like a strike for me. But it missed. Down low. 2 balls and a strike. Alvarez hasn't got one right today. Rough day for Alvarez. Hasn't looked good at the plate. Missed a couple challenges. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 97 out of the zone. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Yastrzemski. Thomas is pinch hitting here for Yastrzemski. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on first. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncer foul. Knicks' schedule is out. They will host LeBron and the Sixers on opening night. So raise the banner, get your rings, and face LeBron. Madison Square Garden. Here's the 2-2. Check swing. Did he go around? I think he did. No, he did not. Oh. Gets a stay of execution from the first base umpire. 3-2. Yeah, definitely a bad. This is a rough. They didn't even get a hit. You got 2 walks, a wild pitch, a sac fly, and you're down 2-0. There'll be a 3-2 from Jan. Here's the pitch. Swing and fouled back. Thomas wastes this one. Mets trying to take this series here, but nothing doing offensively at all tonight. They had 1 chance, and they grounded into a double play with runners on the corners and 1 out. Here's the 3-2 from Jan. The pitch. Low, ball 4. 3rd walk of the inning. And once again, there's runners now on first and second. 2 on, 2 out for the Braves. This is the same thing. Listen, the Mets coming in and walking the ballpark here. I told you the bullpen is the weak point of this team. Jan comes in. Walks 3, sac fly, wild pitch. Gives up a run. There's still 2 on. There's still 2 out. And this thing could, the Mets aren't going to score 4 or 5 runs this game. You don't think. So they got to hold them here, too. And see who they're bringing in. I didn't see who was warming in the bullpen, but Jeffrey Yan out. Disappointing performance. Certainly not what they were looking for. They could have been out of this inning. If they had McLean in there, they would have been out of this inning a while ago. To have him, pull him there is criminal. Thanks to everybody watching the stream. Don't forget to share the stream, like the stream, follow us on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube. We also have Facebook pages. Locked Up Sports Show is the Facebook page. So check us out. We're on Instagram. We're on X. We're all over the place. best New York sports talk on the internet. Locked Up Sports will be back with a new show tomorrow. We got shows out now. There's a couple shows. Me and Brett did one over the weekend. Did one with Mark Mancini. Gonna start getting into the football show soon. Have somebody for the Jets and the Giants come on in the next week or two. I guess they start playing games today. I'm sorry, Thursday. Jets play Thursday. Home against the Bucks. Giants Saturday. Home against the Vikings. First preseason if you're into that kind of thing. I'm not. The preseason is terrible product. Terrible product. But they shove it down your throat and people watch it because anything NFL is just, ratings gold. So here we go. It'll be Jeffrey Yon pulled. It'll be McDermott coming in for the Mets. Chase McDermott wearing number 43. The right-hander faces, and he throws one into the dirt, and it gets away. First pitch gets away from Alvarez. Runners advance to second and third. McDermott threw one right into the ground about 55 feet. Alvarez couldn't handle it. He tried to short hop it on the backhand. Not exactly what you want to do. So McDermott in his fourth game this season pitched 4 innings, 3 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts, and allowed 1 home run. ERA 4.15. 1-0 to Austin Riley. Swing and a miss, a ball and a strike. Joked. Yeah, you'd probably be right, Joe. You'd probably strike out here. A ball and a strike to Austin Riley. Here's the pitch from McDermott. Swing and a miss, waves in a fastball, 95 right by him. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. The first pitch he threw was about as ugly as it gets. So second and third now. This is a must-have for the Mets here. Got to get this guy out. You can't let any more runs score. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he hits one in the air. Left field, left center, and deep. Back is Robert at the track, at the wall, and he makes the catch up against the wall. Lewis Robert Jr. making a nice sparkling catch out in center field as he crashes into the wall and saves 2 runs. Now let's see if the Mets can make it up on the offensive end. A run, 2 walks, 2 left for the Braves. Top of the 8th coming up. Mets trail 2-0. This is Mets baseball on Locked Up Sports.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation is 100% committed to supporting groundbreaking cancer research. 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments. 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer. Learn more at v.org.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens. Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
This is Bob Nightingale from USA Today. You're listening to Locked Up Sports.
Top of the 8th inning, 2-0. Braves with the lead. They get a run on a home run, and then they manufacture a run without a hit in the 8th inning. Jan came in, the big sensation, the viral sensation. He walked the ballpark. He gave up a sac fly. He threw a wild pitch, and he cost the Mets a run. Roberts, though, Jr., saved 2 runs with a pretty nice catch up against the wall in center field. as it was hit to the wall, and he crashed into the wall, made the catch, saved 2 runs. And now the Mets need 2 here, and they got 6 outs to do it. 0-2 the count as Arias leads off, first baseman. He's 0 for 2 on the evening. Billy keeping us updated on the Liberty, who apparently are getting run out of the building, down 20 in the 4th. 0-2 the count to Arias. Here's the pitch. And he wastes it, fouls it off to the right side. Lee, the new pitcher for the Braves. Let's see if we get anything on him. It's the Braves' 3rd pitcher of the evening. Here's the pitch. Arias swings and he hits one in the air. Deep left center field. Going back is Harris. It's going to be caught just in front of the wall. As Arias gave it a ride, he hit it right to the base of the wall, but it was tracked down by Harris. And there's 1 out. Just missed it. Harris feeling for the wall. He was maybe 3 feet in front of it when he made the catch. And there's 1 out here in the 8th. So now it's going to be. I'm sorry. So here is A.J. Ewing. He squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 1. Ewing 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a fly out. 259 average drops down to. Mets need a base runner, though, if they're going to want to bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the pitch. Oh, good pitch. Fooled Ewing there. He half swing, but it fell in for a strike, a ball and a strike. Nobody on base, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Mets trail 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Ewing looks lost in the first part of this at bat here. Braves with a run in the 5th and a run in the 8th. Mets nothing doing. Swing and a miss, way out in front. Down goes Ewing, 2 outs. Lee had him all on his heels that whole at bat. Braves get to have a 2-0 lead. They have only 1 hit in the game. Their only hit is the home run by Albies. So here's Lindor with 2 out, nobody on. Lindor 1 for 2, singled in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and grounded out in the 6th. Now he gets a shot here in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Fastball way upstairs, 1-0, 94 miles an hour. Lindor trying to get a board here. Bring Bichette to the plate as the tying run. Here's the pitch. Swing and he grounds it foul outside of 3rd, a ball and a strike. Mets really with only 1 scoring threat in this game, and it came in the 6th inning. They had 1st and 3rd, 1 out, and grounded into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play. Mets have grounded into 3 double plays here tonight. Misses low, 2 balls and a strike to Lindor. The Mets have left 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. They've left 5 on base. Here's the pitch, and Lindor hits it in the air. Deep left field, going back in front of the track. He's going to have room. Is Dubon, and he squeezes the 3rd out. Lindor just missed it as he hit it to the track. The Mets hit 2 of them to the wall that inning. It doesn't count if it doesn't go over the wall. So that does it for the Mets in the 8th, middle of the 8th, 2-0. Braves lead, and they're coming up. This is the Mets baseball on Locked Up Sports. Man, the Mets, they gave 2 of them a ride that inning. I thought that one might have had. I thought Lindor got that one, but he missed it by, just missed it. And now the Mets trail 2-0, bottom of the 8th. Braves coming up. They got, I'll tell you who's coming up for the Braves. You got Jarvis, Baldwin, and Acuna due up for the Braves against Chase McDermott, who's going to come out and pitch. You know, he pitched the 3rd of an inning. He got the out. Now he's coming back for the 8th. So, Braves here with A 2-0 lead. 3 outs away from getting it and evening up this series at a game apiece. Be a rubber game tomorrow night for the Mets and the Braves. 7:15. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, hold on. Let's see who the pitching matchups for tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be Thornton for the Mets, 3-2 against Mahal for the Braves. 4.83, 3-9 on the season. So we'll see how that goes. That's a 7:15 start, just like the first two are. Chase McDermott, wearing number 43 for the Mets. He'll be pitching the 8th inning here. He's pitched a third of an inning so far, got the strikeout. And he'll be facing Jim Jarvis, standing in from the left side. Braves with only 1 hit on the evening. I mean, here's the pitch. Strike 1. Jarvis takes all the way. 0-1. 88 miles an hour on that pitch. Line out and a ground out for Jarvis, 0 for 2. Average dipping down to 224. Stands in from the left side. Here's the pitch. Swings and he fouls one back. Quickly 0-2. There's going to be a lot of questions after this one about why they pulled McLean after just 6 innings and 1 hit and 80 pitches. Because there's no way he didn't have another inning in him. Here's the pitch. The 0-2 misses outside to Jarvis, 1-2. It'll be Baldwin and then Acuna Jr. here in the bottom of the 8th for the Braves. Jarvis now with a 1-2 count. Kicks and delivers. Does McDermott. He swings and misses. Good pitch. A slider in the dirt. And McDermott chased it. 1 out. First strikeout for McDermott. So here's Drake Baldwin, 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, fly out for Baldwin. McDermott kicks and deals, misses low, 1-0. Braves have left 3 on base. They're 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position tonight, but they have a 2-0 lead. Only 1 hit. Fastball up and away, 2-0. To Baldwin. McDermott to the belt. Pitches from the stretch. Here's the 2-0, down low, 3-0. Hasn't really been close in those 3 pitches in this at bat. McDermott, a tall right-hander, 6'3", 190, 27 years old. He was a 4th-round pick by the Astros as he pours the strike over. 3-1. Bottom of the 8th inning, 2-0 Braves. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Whoa, way upstairs and a walk. So a 1-out base runner for the Braves as McDermott walks his first batter of the game after getting his first strikeout of the game. And that'll bring up Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 3 on the day. Matt Olson on deck. Here's the pitch way outside. 1-0. So Mets pitchers struggling to find the strike zones here tonight. A lot of long counts, a lot of 3-0 counts. McLean included in that. Here's the pitch. Just misses inside. Alvarez tried to frame it. He froze it there for a second. Didn't get the call. 2-0. Baldwin on it first. Very minimal speed. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off to the right side. 2 balls and a strike. He reached on a walk. That's nothing doing here tonight. A couple double plays erasing the only threat they had, and there's a strike. 2-2. Acuna looked at a good pitch to hit right there. Mets went into the bullpen after 6 innings, 6 good innings from McLean. He gave up only 1 hit. Braves have only 1 hit in this game. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside, fills the count. 3-2, another full count for Mets pitchers. Three balls and 2 strikes. Runner on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing, and it's hit in the air. Popped up, short center field. Coming in is Robert. He's there. And he makes the play for the 2nd out. Back to first goes the base runner. He missed a pitch to hit right there. Acuna knew it. He's upset with himself. He threw the bat in the air because he knew he missed a pitch to hit. He popped it straight up in short center field, and there's 2 outs. Two out, 1 on, and here's Olsen. 0 for 2 on the night. Matt Olsen came into the game, hitting well. He's walked. He did walk and score a run though. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, gets away from Alvarez. He chases it down though. He blocks it. Runner ain't going nowhere. No speed on it first for the Braves. If Olsen reaches, Albies will be on. Michael Harris will be on up, and Albies is in the hole. A ball and a strike. Runner on first. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? I don't think he did. No, he did not. Says third base umpire Corey Blazer. Red Sox have now jumped over the Texas Rangers for the 2nd wildcard spot. Still 2 games behind the Yankees, though. Here's the 2-1, and it's hit in the air, center field, right field, and deep. Forget it. Long gone. Home run, Matt Olsen. And this one now is in trouble. It's 4-0 Atlanta. A 425-foot shot by Olsen. A no doubt about it shot. He knew it right off the bat. And now, just like that, it doubles the lead. The 2nd hit of for the Braves. They got 2 home runs. It's 4-0. As McDermott learned right there, you cannot give Matt Olsen a pitch inside, belt high, and he just made him pay for it. He hit it into the suites out there in right field, and the Braves now have a 4-0 lead. And the Mets' hopes of winning this one just probably went down the drain right there. 4-0 Braves, 2 hits, 2 home runs. And there's a base hit to left field by Harris, and he's aboard. First non-home run hit for the Braves tonight. First 2-hit inning. And Harris is aboard with 2 out. So Olsen with a home run, Albies with a home run, Harris with a base hit. And it's 4-0 Atlanta as the Mets look like they're going to be dropping this one, and they'll play a rubber game tomorrow against these Atlanta Braves. $4-0 now. 2 runs in the a run in the 5th, a run in the 7th, and 2 here in the 8th. And they have sunk the Mets here. 4-0 now. Here's the score. Here's the pitch to Albies, who hit the first home run. He's 1 for 2, and he grounds it foul. 0-2 to Ozzie Albies. McDermott coming in here. Got it out in the 7th inning, then came back to pitch the 8th. Got 2 outs. Worked around some trouble. And then he laid one on a tee for Matt Olsen, and he planted it in the right field luxury suites out there. And it's 4-0. Double barrel action. Iglesias and Kinley, both right-handers, thrown in the Braves bullpen. See if this is a save opportunity or not. Here's the pitch. Swing, and it's hit in the air. In the infield, left side. Bichette waits, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over, but the damage is done. Braves get 2 runs on a long home run by Matt Olson. We head to the 9th, 4-0 Atlanta. This is Mets baseball on Locked Up Sports.
You're listening to the MLB on Locked Up Sports.
It's Tom McDonough, and you're listening to Locked Up Sports.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. It provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
We head to the 9th inning here in Atlanta. Braves 4 runs on 3 hits. Mets no runs on 4 hits. And the 2 runs got in the 9th inning on the Olson home run really put the damper on the Mets' chances to come back. They'll have Bo Bichette, Lewis Robert Jr., and Carson Benj due up here in the 9th inning, see if they can get something going. But they trail by 4 runs. Dylan Lee, it looks like, is still going to be pitching. So we'll see. Mets. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're bringing in Iglesias. So Iglesias comes in with the save opportunity. 24 saves on the season. 24 of 27. And Bo Bichette takes ball 1. 0 for 2 with a walk is Bichette. Mets need base runners here in the 9th. Here's the pitch. And he fists one off foul. A ball and a strike. Billy keeping us updated on the Liberty, a loss 106-92 to the Fever. That'll be all right. It looks like it was a home game, right? Here's the 1-1. Misses below the knees. 2 balls and a strike to Bichette. Mets need a couple base runners here. Mets have been shut out 12 times this season. Tied for most in the MLB with the Pirates and the Giants. This would be the 13th. And it would take over first place. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Bichette down on strikes. Oh, no, he got a piece of it fouled off at the plate. It was dropped. So we'll do it again. He stays alive. Mariners with a 1-0 lead on the Yankees in the 7th. Bichette hits one in the air. Right field fairly deep. Back is Yastrzemski, and he makes the play. 1 out. So Mets down to their final 2 outs. Tigers 6, Guardians 4, top of the 9th. 2 on and 2 out. Runners on the corners for the Guardians as they try to get that thing even up. Here's Lewis Roberts Jr., and he takes ball 1, 1-0. Robert Jr. made a nice catch at the wall to save a couple runs in the 7th. He also singled 1 for 3 on the night. Cubs 8-5, bottom of the 8th over the Nationals. Here's the pitch, strike on the outside corner, 2-1. The Blue Jays have scored to take the lead in the 8th inning. They lead the Red Sox 4-3. Here's the 2-1, swing and bounced foul, 2-2. Orioles 5, Twins 2. That game in the 6th. White Sox 4-1 over the Reds. Bottom of the 7th there. Bottom of the 6th, Cardinals, Phillies still scoreless. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on an upstairs fastball out of the zone. 2 outs. Mets are down to their final out here tonight. So last chance for the Mets here, and it'll be Carson Bench, and he takes strike 1 from Iglesias, 0-1. Tomorrow night, Mets and Braves. Looks like it's going to be a rubber game of the series. Here's the pitch. High, a ball and a strike. Two out, nobody on. In the 9th, here's the pitch, swing, and it grounds one the first, handled by Olsen, takes it to the bag himself, and that's it. Braves win it 4-0. Just a disappointing offensive performance from the Mets. They make a mistake, as far as I'm concerned, leaving in, taking out McLean after 6 innings. It ends up costing them, as the bullpen was not as good as they were last night, certainly. Braves, 4 runs on 3 hits, your totals, no errors. Mets, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. Time of the game is 2 hours and 9 minutes. The attendance was 24,711. And we'll be back tomorrow to do it. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe our podcast. Don't forget to listen to the podcast, watch the podcast. You can check us out on all social medias. If you're watching on TikTok or on YouTube tonight, make sure you subscribe or follow us, and we'll be back with you tomorrow night. Nolan McLean gets the loss. The winning pitcher is Perez. He improves to 8-6. He pitched brilliantly. McLean gets the loss. He drops to 8-8. Like I said, Mets shut out for the 13th time this season. They lead the league in that. Nothing else, but they lead the league in that. 4-0 is the final. That does it for me from the Brian Gunzel broadcast booth. I'm Bob Walters. See ya.